Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Temtop thermometer and hydrometer. So if you are a weather nut, weather nerd, or just you're a homeowner that's interested in the temperature of a room or the humidity of a room, then this little Temtop detector is something worth considering. Now they sent this to me so that I can show it to you, and so what I'm going to do today is show you this device and all of the features on it, and then I'm also going to show you the app and the extra features that are available on the app that you don't necessarily get on the device itself. So you got your time right here. You've got your battery capacity. Now they do say whether it's on the product page or in the instruction manual, that the battery life is anywhere between 180 days and 210 days, which means that obviously you don't have to have it connected to a dedicated power source. You can let that charge and then you can let it run for 6 months, 8 months at a time before having to recharge it. Now they do send you a charging cable, and so you can charge that or you can have it plugged in at all times if you want to. Then the next thing that we have here is going to be our thermometer, which is giving us a reading of 50 degrees. Now I'm down here in my studio, and I don't have any heat down in here in my studio. Outside it's like -5 right now, so it's super cold down here. That's why I'm wearing the hoodie. But anyways, 50.2 degrees, and that's only because I'm holding it and it's getting a little bit of body heat. You can see you got a 72.9 and a 48. Now the 48 is going to be the lowest temperature when I first turned this on, and then it was acclimating to the room temperature. The 72.9 is what the temperature is upstairs, and so it makes a huge difference between upstairs and downstairs. Next, you see this little color wheel right here. You got your red, green, and blue, and the red is going to be a low humidity, green is going to be a normal humidity, and then the blue is going to be a high humidity. And then underneath that you see the max and the minimums for the last 24-hour period. And so you got a 56% and then a 12%. At a glance, those are all of the features that you get. Now, your power button is at the top, and you're going to long press it to power it on, long press it to power it off. Then if you do a quick press, you're going to get an alarm, and you can see that little alarm symbol come up. And when you set the parameters on your phone of a minimum maximum temperature, minimum maximum humidity, once it goes below or above those numbers, then it will sound an alarm if you want it to. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn mine off. So on the mode button, if you long press the mode button, then you can switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, and then you can go back. And if you do a short press on the mode button, you can go from 12-hour to 24-hour. You can see you got your 1320 here, that's 120, quick press, and back to regular. So that's all the features on the device itself. Now it does come with a stand, and it is magnetic, and it does also have some rubber feet there. So a couple of different things that you can do here is you can just use it as a stand like I do, or you can connect it magnetically to your refrigerator or some other metal device. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you the app, and we're going to take just a closer look at some of the features that are available through the app. I will say the device is connected via Bluetooth, and so you do have to download the app and then connect it to the Bluetooth. Now, it is not always connected to the app. Once you get out of the app, it shuts that Bluetooth down, so it's not running the battery down on the detector itself, nor is it using up your phone battery. So I'll show you that here once I turn the screen record on. So once you pull this out of the box and get things powered on, you're going to want to download the Temtop app, which is in the second row, and it's orange. It says Temtop. And then once we get into the app itself, you're going to have to add the device. Now I have already added the device, and I've named the device Studio. And I want you to notice there it shows that the Bluetooth is disconnected. So like I said, it's not using the phone battery, and it's not using the battery on the device itself. It's also giving us the local temperature outside, our local air quality, and once we get it connected here to the Bluetooth, we should probably get all of our regular settings back, and there we go. You see the temperature sitting at 51.3 coming through the app, and then humidity at 27%. All right, so in the app you can see cold and dry. So when we click our temperature, So when we click on our temperature, it's showing us that it is uncomfortable. And it's really not uncomfortable as long as you're dressed for it. But you can see that the graph is beginning to form. I've only had this on for a couple of hours now, and what we're getting is a drop for the day. And it's going to graph it out for each and every day. Then you can do it by the week and by the month. When we look at that, the previous day, there's nothing there because I've just got it connected. When I go over to the humidity side of it, it's doing the exact same thing. It's dropping down. The relative humidity is comfortable. Back into the app, you got guideline down here where it's going to show you where you want your temperature to be for comfort and for your humidity to be for normal levels. And again, you can set those parameters if you want to for an alarm to go off, and I'll show you that there. Once we get into the settings, you got the device name, and again, you can name that anything that you want to. We're down here in the studio, so that's what we're naming it. Here's our parameter settings. Now, I haven't set my parameters because obviously it's going to get super cold down here in summertime. It gets really hot down here. Not extremely hot, but the humidity is super high, so I'm just not even going to set those parameters. You got your time at the 12 or your 24, and again, you can do that from the device itself. You got your save data interval, which means that it's recording this data, saving this data every 60 minutes. So every hour it's recording the drop in temperature, obviously. And then you can also set your comfort settings. Now your comfort settings is going to be where you want your parameters to be. So if it's comfortable for you between 68 and 77 degrees, then you can set that, and you can also set the alarm that if it drops below the 68 or above the 77, then the alarm is going to go off. The same is going to be with the humidity. Again, I'm not messing with those down here in the studio, just simply because I don't feel like I need to do that. And then you're going to have some maximum record temperatures, maximum record humidity, and you can have that so that it clears it, or you can leave it alone. Whatever you want to do to have that set up. Now, what this is just going to be is a simple room monitor that you can check anywhere. Like, you might want to put this out in a chicken coop and monitor the temperature and the humidity in the chicken coop. You might want to have it in a basement, an exercise room. You might want to have this also perhaps in a greenhouse. Several different scenarios where you can use this. It is not waterproof, so you want to be careful that it's not going to have anything dripping on it or misting on it, so keep that in a dry place. Outside of that, I think that we've covered everything. You do have a speaker on there. You do have vents on here to keep this thing nice and cool as it's running. And again, you're going to get 210 days out of that battery life, 180 to 210 depending on where you're reading, whether it's going to be the manual. And by the way, the manual, super simple manual here. It does have QR codes that you can scan. It does have everything listed and labeled that you can check out. It does have all of the instructions, but again, it's pretty self-explanatory, simple, easy to use. I really like it, and I think that if you was to go ahead and make that purchase, it's going to cure that curiosity in you. If you're wondering how cold a room is, your bedroom is, what your humidity is, all those things, going to get it right here on the device, just at a glance, all the information that you want. So don't forget to click that buy now button and get yours today.